Thursday, October 16th, 07:53 a.m. New York time. Welcome back, investors, to Winning Wall Street's Money. Already halfway through the month. This month, the event, the big event, binary event, it's public information. Wednesday, October 29th, 2 p.m. FOMC meeting. U.S. Central Bank, aka Federal Reserve, will vote on interest rates. That's a big event coming into this month. After that, we have one more left meeting scheduled this year. That will be in December. They can have surprise ones too, but those are two scheduled FOMC meetings. And we still have part of the federal government shutdown. And as we draw that out longer, that has more impact on local governments. And the bigger federal agencies that have more services to provide, that will have an impact. Certainly will increase our deficit because when they reopen, they were behind in work. More workload, same staff, maybe less staff. That's going to make some angry people. Bad leadership. That being said, we're going to look at currencies. We have several events that occurred recently that had big impact on currencies if you're not situation aware. First, we'll look at the US dollar index. The US dollar index is comprised of several major currencies. I discuss that often in my videos. The top three currencies in the US dollar index is the euro, the yen, and the pound. US dollar index, US treasuries, yields, there's a correlation between those. Like I mentioned, Federal Reserve is meeting this month to vote on interest rates that will have an impact, of course, on yields as well as the US dollar. So here on the far right is the monthly 5-year chart, current candle. Again, it's not done yet. It's the middle of the month. It's green. It's higher high, higher low. It's also down here in the consolidation after this huge markdown bearish trend. Still very weak down here, but spending a lot more time here in this consolidation. And we have proof buyers have stepped in there where these wicks are. We can have this still continue till the end of the year. But there has not been a trend reversal taking out that high, that swing point. Yeah, we have a higher high, higher low this month. It's not done yet. This is a key swing point, that blue horizontal line. I have that labeled there. So this yellow horizontal line is the low of the year. This is the high of the year. That's a key level to watch right there. If it breaks that, closes above it, that's one signal. If it breaks it and reverses and closes back below it, that's another signal. And also how the candle forms. I will be watching that to see how it plays out at the close of business, the last trading day of this month. Now the middle chart is the weekly. It's already Thursday, and we haven't taken out the high or low of last week. Solid candle. That's equivalent to a red candle. Big wick on the top. Leaning more bearish bias there. This is a key zone down here. I'll be looking for a bullish setup on the lower time frames, aka faster time frames, on a retest down there. And on the daily chart, the far left. Since we opened last night, made a lower low, lower high, broke some key levels, forming a big wick on the bottom. That's bullish. Again, this candle won't be done till the close of business at 5 p.m. Interesting how this is going to play out. So again, this is a key imbalance area broke inside here, but it hasn't closed yet. So this candle could change a lot. Let's go into the futures now, currencies. Look at the monthly time frame on each of them. First, the euro, 10-year chart here. Euro, lower low, lower high for the current month. Same thing, it's building a big consolidation in this area after this big strong move upside. Japanese yen, again, the second largest currency in the US dollar index. Since last year, well, again, this is the high of last year, that yellow horizontal line. That's the low of last year. We are inside the range of last year, the Japanese yen. Huge consolidation occurring over these 2 years. Here's the low this year. So the current trend is down. Lower high, lower low. Minor wick on the bottom. It's building a lot of energy here for a breakout one way or another, the above or below of last year. This could go on for a while. See this huge consolidation? We made higher highs after a huge sell-off. Again, no major key swing points here yet on this time frame. The third largest currency in the US dollar is the British pound. For the month, red, lower high, lower low, small trading range. Again, huge consolidation. And there's a key swing point there, looking for that to be tested. So similar to the dollar, huge trend beginning of the year, and then this consolidation phase. So you can see there's several currencies in consolidation phases. I would consider, and I will be, watching, because several, again, consolidations, watching them to test those key swing points. And when they test them, then also to go look at the US dollar index, see if it's already tested it or closer to it, because that's another clue of a trade signal. These are underlying currencies inside the US dollar. One could trade one after the other one if there's a correlation. One occurs often and leading up to the other one doing the move. Australian dollar. Yeah, last month was that high of this year. And then we start this reversal, lower high, lower low right now. So never really made it up to midpoint, that big impulse move down. And the Canadian dollar, neighbors to the north. The trend is down, lower high, lower low. Very defined. Huge trend up, beginning of the year, and already reversal. Not much of a consolidation at all here. Swiss franc, inside candle for the month. Interest, right? We're already halfway through the month, and it hasn't been able to take out the higher low of last month. Last month was the high of the year. Last month was the high for the past 10 years as well, too. And the Mexican peso, neighbors to the south. Last month was the high of the year. Right there. And currently, we are inside candle. Small trading ranges here. And the Chinese yuan. So last month was the low of the year. So when this trends down, that means the yuan is getting stronger against the US dollar. Yeah, so this high, the year, low of the year. Right now, made a higher high, higher low. Then last month, in the consolidation phase right down here. Again, when this trends down, that's weaker dollar, stronger yuan. We'll see if the US president and the leadership of China has their scheduled meeting this month or next month still. Because of the tariffs and other agreements. And we'll finish this off with Bitcoin. Yep, the cryptocurrency Bitcoin. This month, all-time new high. And look at that, already forming a huge wick. Bearish bias, bearish pin bar. Huge consolidation up here. But again, higher high, higher low, and immediately rejection it. Finishes off by looking at intraday on the currencies. United States, sorry, daily. On each of them. Top left, the euro is already above the high of yesterday. Japanese yen above the high of yesterday. British pound above the high of yesterday. Australian dollar back inside the range of yesterday. Canadian dollar broke the high of yesterday. Swiss franc broke the high of yesterday. Mexican peso above the high of yesterday. And the US dollar below the Chinese yuan yesterday. And Bitcoin below the low of yesterday. So this is leaning for the day, more likely, or at least the morning session, more bearish bias to US dollar. So I would be looking more bullish bias for day trading long the euro until things change, which could be before the market opens, morning session or afternoon. Time will tell. Thank you as always, spending just a little time with me. That's it for the video. Thank you for watching.